Hello everyone, it's me, Pandragon Valimore, your dragon cyborg from another world. In this week video, I wanted to do a ranking of the member of the SSS, the main character of the Crossbell saga, from the Trail series. And they also from, I won't say main character, but side character of Reverie, and a little in Cold Steel. So I want to talk about that theme, not just from the Crossbell saga, but in general. Since Reverie, the two Crossbell to Reverie. So, let's get right to it, shall we? So, let's start with Ellie. One of the characters I hate the most. Why I hate her? Well, her backstory is pretty bad. Nothing interesting really happened. Her parents are just divorces because of politics. And the mayor of Crossbell is her grandfather. That's basically it. We don't know anything about her, even now in Reverie. All the games she's there, we didn't learn anything else from her. Even her grandfather is more interesting than her. We met her mom in Cold Steel 4 for a side quest, but you can easily miss it first. And second, they don't have really interaction between the two. She's just like, Mom, you save! And that's it. So, not really sorry there. She lack of charisma compared to the other character. And she seemed to be just there to become Lloyd, love and interest. Also, she didn't really evolve through the series. Even now in Reverie, I feel like she's still the same Ellie from the beginning of Zero. I don't think she evolved at all compared to the other SSS member. So she seemed to have less screen time in the game, I think. Because in Steel 4 and Reverie, she showed up, but she didn't stay there long. She didn't stay with the team really long, to be honest. The first part of Reverie, no. We found her at the end, but then she stayed behind. And yeah, that's basically it. So, yeah, she have less screen time than the other SSS. To be honest, I don't find anything interesting about her. Remind me a lot of Zen, you know, from Trail in the Sky. She's useful only for healing. Then again, I don't like her gameplay at all. If it wasn't for the healing, I would never put her in my team anywhere. Side. The police dog, or you should say the divine beast side. Despite that he is a cool dog and that he can talk human language, Side didn't do anything for the most part of the series except of being there at Kia or Tio's side. Most of the time he's hiding in the shadow and just appear when necessary out of nowhere. Yeah, every time that we about, for example, to die, he show up. So he show up at the right moment each time. I like though that when he show up, he can call Wolf for help. His personality is quite boring, I would say, if he have really one. And the fact that we discover most of his story late in the game didn't help either. Also, we don't have that much interaction with him. So, but why? Then I put him above Ellie. Well, it's mainly because he's more cooler than her. And because I like dogs, so yeah, that's one of the reasons. Also, he's less useless in my opinion. Because he's a divine beast. Even if his kind cannot intervene too much with the human stuff. Still, you are a great dog, Zaid. But you're just that. A dog. And a mascot of the SSS. Chief Sergey, the creator of the SSS, and the ex-wife of the commander of CDF. He doesn't have a big story and a plot around him really, aside that he was there during the cult incident when Gabe, the brother of Lord, was alive. But still, he do so much But he do so much more for the SSS, to the point to nearly die for them. The scene when he continued to ride a car, even after getting shot badly, was freaking amazing and cool. He has such a nice personality. You see, he really cares about the group SSS, and he's really proud of them. He's basically the dad of the team. This guy is funny at some time, and I love his relationship with Dudley and his ex-wife. Also, he doesn't seem to care that much, or the SSS complete their investigation as long as they complete them. So yeah, he is a good chief. I don't hate Kia. She's cute and a kind child. The backstory is interesting, well, part of the main plot even, from Zero and Azure. Because everything in these two games take place around her. I mean, she's an homunculus that was able to have the Septerion of Mirage. Well, basically she's a Septerion of Mirage, an artificial one, because she's a homunculus. The problem is, aside being a central character of the story of Azure and Zero, she don't do much during the most part of the game. Except that she's a child, you know? And we just protecting her. And when she got a power, well, she was just staying inside the Orcus Tower. And after that, the Azure Tree. Like a princess in distress, imprisoned in a castle. As for her personality, she's just a little girl. Like any other girl of her age. Except she have some power. Well, she lost most of it after Azure, but she still have some left. And that she really care about the SSS, which she consider like a family. To the point she changing their fate. They were supposed to die in Zero, but Kia made happen that they never died. She changed their fate. Also, I love the relationship she had with Shizuku, where they became best friends really quick. And she was able to bring her vision back. Still, it's not enough to put her higher in the rank. Sorry, my little Kia, but it is what it is. Now, let's talk about a more interesting character, like Wazir. Pretty like it, the idea that this street gang member leader was in fact a member of the church. To be honest, I never suspected that. I feel a little weird that someone would doing us job with women and lead a gang is from the church. It was a little weird. They were hiding his identity pretty well. He have a nice personality. He's fun. He has hilarious moment, and he really care about his gang, even if he's just there like undercover. And he still take his dominant job seriously when it needed, at least most of the time. I would say that he was really useful to the SSS and did a lot for them, especially at the end of Azure, which basically without his ship, I think we won't have saved Crossbell. So I really love the rivalry he have with Waltz. The only problem with him, I think it's the lack of story about him. We don't learn that much aside that he's working with the church. Then he's a Dominion, and we learn a little about his past during a final bonding. But if you don't do the final bonding, you will never know about it. And even that, and we don't see that much. He talked a little about his past, but still, it's not like Kevin, which we learned mostly everything about him. It was dark. It was really more dark than was it past. And he have a game just for him, which was he is not. So why is he still today? For me, I think it's still a mystery. Cause his backstory is for me. Backstory is for me really important to love and understand a character, and I feel like they didn't put a lot of it. And then again, you need a final bonding with him to see it, which I think it's a little stupid. Noelle now. This one was hard to decide between her and Lloyd, because like him, they have an ideal really similar. Both care deeply about Crossbell, and they do everything to save it. She even for a while became our enemy side because she thought what she was doing was right for Crossbell, and there was no solution for this. That she thought that following the other was the only way to save Crossbell. Also, the fact she's a loyal soldier, she would follow order whatever the Commander Bells tell her. She would always follow order, whatever. But still, she cared very much about her friend, and especially her sister. I like the bond the two have. I also think she's one of the good fit for Lloyd. Another reason she's below him too, though, is because she lack of story. We don't learn that much about her past. I should say though that I love the way Noelle evolved during the game, during the series, and what she became with time more strong and confident about herself. About her gameplay, I think she's fun. I like the way that her normal attack is basically an AoE, so it's really useful. And yeah, we don't learn that much about her story. Maybe with her finale bond event, but I didn't do it, so I don't really know. But still, we don't learn that much about her in the 2 game. A little, but not enough to say, oh, her backstory is amazing. The story is cool. But still, in Reverie Shadow Motorcycle, so that make her too that I like her a little more now. Still, she don't beat Lloyd. Now, speaking about Lloyd, it's time for him. Like Noelle, he cared deeply about Crossbell, and will do everything for his country. He won't join the enemy side though, but still, he will do everything for his country. The same for his team, which is really important to him. Kia, he considers her like a daughter, and if someone wants to hurt him, he would kill him. He basically said that in Reverie to Professor Noventus. I really like his story that he wanted to follow his brother's footsteps and become like him, a great detective. And I like that in the way, in the story, he realized, he found himself that he cannot be like his brother. So he decided to become another detective, but he realized that no, I don't need to be like my brother. But still, he followed his footsteps. So I really like the relationship he had with his brother. That he really wanted to become like him. And that in the way he tried to be himself. He realized he cannot be like him. Also, he tried to find who killed him. I would say that Lloyd really evolved during the series. He have a cool and funny personality, and he's so clueless with women. Also, to the point that really jealous. And I would say Lloyd don't even understand that. Why? Speaking of Randy, love the romance between him and Lloyd. I also Lloyd make a great tank, I think, in the game. At least Zero and Azure. And its gameplay is pretty cool. Overall, Lloyd was a great main character, and I think he's the perfect leader for the SSS. The only thing I cannot dislike about him is he's incredibly strong for just a normal detective who doesn't possess any power. Compared to Reen, who have a lot of power and nearly die a couple of times. It's not the case for Lloyd. If I remember, nothing happened to Lloyd that he nearly died. Except maybe the start of Reverie against Rufus. And in the Zero other timeline. To be honest though, I would say the more we advance in the series, I found out like, I don't know, I feel like Lloyd is less interesting now. The more and more we advance into the series of Terrell, the less interesting Lloyd became. Now Riksha. Riksha Mao, alias Yin. The most beautiful woman I would say in the cast. At least in my opinion. Even if she's not officially one of the SSS member, I consider her in the SSS ranking. Because she's there a lot. She helped them a lot. She have a great design. I really love her sword, by the way. I think she have a nice sword. She's really badass. Despite being an assassin, she have a great personality. You would think because she's an assassin, she would kill without remorse and emotion. But it's not the case for her. At least not anymore. What I like about her is thanks to the SSS, then Leah, her idol, then rival dancer, she really evolved in the series and became more and more a human being. Even if she's respect her family tradition about Yin, she tried to be free of it by achieving her own dream as a dancer. That was for me a nice story plot. Her gameplay is also pretty amazing, and I would say she's really powerful. Her S-craft is quite something, really cool. Well, she's not a legendary assassin for nothing. You know, that's why she's powerful. And also don't mess around with her friend too, cause if you want to live, leave her alone. I think she also make a good romance for Lloyd. And I really love how deep her relationship is with Lilia. Basically her idol. That we even see more during Trail of the Reverie. We really see the relationship she have with her in Reverie. And I really like that part. Now, Theo. Why Theo is near the top, you probably ask. Well, it's simple. Theo, she's amazingly intelligent. She's incredibly powerful. And her S-craft is just the best. At least in the Crossbell saga, because she can just repel each spell. Protect us with her shield. And we repel each spell on an enemy. I think she's like most of the most powerful and useful character because of that S-craft in Zero and Azure. Despite her dark past, she was able to overcome that, which make her, in my opinion, strong. Theo is basically the brain of the SSS. And without her, I think the team would not be the same. And there's a lot of mystery, I think, in mission. They won't have solved without her. I mean, she can act a computer really fast. And she's faster than any normal person. Well, she's not normal, to be honest. She became the president of not Rainford Company, but the company in Crossbell. And also, I really like her design. With her gear that look like cat ears. I really like it. I think it's cat ears. She also have a nice personality. Like how much she loves Mishi. To the point I think it's an obsession now. I think Theo is obsessed with Mishi. But I really like that when we go in Michelin. And Lloyd disguises himself as Mishi. Mishi is, by the way, the mascot of Crossbell, which is like a cat. I should have put him on the video, but still, whatever. It's basically a cat mascot. And Theo is crazy about him. And there was a quest when Lloyd was disguising himself into Mishi. Because the guy who played the mascot was sick. This kid play side quest was really fun. With Theo, it was amazing. And that's what made her funny, the obsession with Mishi. You know, she seemed to be shy at first. But the more we advance the story, the more she opened herself to the other. Remind me of me, to be honest. What I also like is her backstory with the cult. Basically similar to Ren. And the way that the link she had with Lloyd, because Lloyd's brother saved her from the cult in the past. And the last one. The best member of the SSS. The one and the only. Randy. These guys have the most coolest personality in the series, at least. The saga of Crossbell. No, I would say he have the coolest personality. He's maybe not the coolest in the series, but he's probably in my top 10. And I would say he have an handsome design. Randy is handsome. His story was also really great. We love the fact that before being a member of the police, he was basically part of the Red Constellation, which was a bunch of mercenary terrorists. And then he tried to put this past behind. Unfortunately, it's coming back to haunt him during Azure, when we met his uncle and her cousin, crazy people. The character development of Randy was amazing. I think it's one of the Crossbell arc, as I said earlier, the most interesting. They're the coolest. His backstory was amazing. He evolved so much in the series compared to the other member of the SSS, in my opinion, because he became a teacher. He was a member of the SSS. Before that, he was a mercenary. Then he returned to the SSS. I mean, Randy did a lot of stuff compared to the other. And he really cared about the country now. At first, he was just a killer. He destroyed the entire village, murdered people. But now he cared about the country. He cared about his friend. So he found his place there. And I think he would maybe make a future husband. A great husband. Because, you know, him and Mirai, they are made to be together. I mean, at some point they would become together. They would make the perfect couple. I mean, yeah, and she choose the best husband. He would become her best husband, I'm sure. Someday they would get married. Anyway, it's hard to think that this guy was a murderer that killed a lot of innocents. So anyway, that's pretty much I have to say about him. To be honest, there's nothing that I dislike about Randy. I don't dislike him at all. There's nothing that I dislike. This guy is perfect. He would probably, as I said earlier, my top favorite character, top 10. In the series of 12. Even his gameplay is fun. I like his gameplay. That it's fire and stuff. No, I like Randy. Nothing else to say about this guy. So guys, that's it for my ranking of the member of the SSS and their allies from Crossbell. And you guys, who was your favorite character in this group or the ally, like I said, Rickshaw? Do you have a favorite SS member? Or one of your favorites is one of their allies? Feel free to leave a comment. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my content. I'm doing short, highlight, and game talk video like this one. And I even stream on YouTube and Twitch. As for my other social media, the link tree. Well, the link of the link tree is in the description below. So thanks you guys for watching, and see you later. And Dragons offline.